确定我们是30秒吗？
确定
啊？
确定。你有去哪找？
我还把问题回答了，直接马上去啊，看怎么样就行了。
对，好，对。
It's time for this.
那在哪？
感受啊！
走过去，看那边看就看，苍老师走进来，苍老师今天什么？
开了。Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Good afternoon. So how was the lunch? Okay, so welcome to the pilot session. So this is part 7 and 8. So we hope that all the participants already put it. You have sent all your PPT, right? So the PPT are here. So the chairperson for this session is our able Dr. Rashima. So we really want to chair this session. So it's a great pleasure to welcome Dr. Rashima to chair the session. So we really want to coordinate it. So give how many minutes for each participant and then the question and answer. So without further ado, so I pass the floor to Dr. Rashima to coordinate. Thank you very much.
Can I start?
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Idris, for the introduction. So for this for the session today, we are going to start. Yeah, I hope that everybody's ready. So are you guys ready? So before you guys start your presentation, I am sorry to inform you that every participant, you only can present for 5 minutes only. Okay, 5 minutes only and 2 minutes question. So please avoid reading every text. Yeah, please avoid read every words in the text, and then please explain what is the most important part in your research. Okay, you get me?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so it is easy for me. Thank you. 5 minutes only. Okay, so for the first presenter, I would like to invite Lu Yingji, yeah, which is will present the title Packaging, Human Expression, Visual Transmission, Art and Design Interpretation. Yeah, I would like to remind you, you only have 5 minutes of presentation, right? Okay, Ms. Lu Yingji, you may start.
Okay, hello everyone. Today I will be present on the chat. Produced human expressions, visual, transcription, out and design, interpretations, abstract, the complex web of contrast and more visual communications and design as a visual for ideas expresses is the subject of this actress. The ability to tap ideas and emotions visual is crossed for the cross, curvature, understanding, and a project of art and design. This research intends to reveal the rest that caused the combinations of meaning by expanding the word's visual elements like color, shape, and complexity and are as in difficult perspectives and distant sectors. This study engages the Darwin pyramid of beaver transmissions across time. Furling is influence for classical and to modern design. In addition, it dives into how translocographic progress has expanded the possibilities of visual communications, opening the door the fresh preparators and ideas. This study took a multi-project lens look at design and how it might help people communications more clearly by shedding light on how to ask visual just to convert more in nuanced contrast. Cross human expresses visual messages out design interpretation. Um, Practice of the research. This study aims to dive into how words out expresses designs and out, contrast and cover human emotions. The study's overarching goal is to learn more about the interest, culture, emotional, and intercultural meanings such revival communication, which includes things like correction, gene interpretative, and adjust the culture. This study aims to shed light to how art and design men preferred over and amplify human emotions and ideas by interest burst across studies and processes that inverts to connecting between the verb form and the human expresses. Whereas communication studies and cross-study shows drive more and more time and effort to understanding how interests are transmitted, interpreted, and I in out and design. What research called visual techniques is the complex and complexity for of visual information. This idea encompasses more than just a scene. It also encompasses how people may think of and respond to visual input. Words, metaphors, and images covers ID, it lectures and clearly meanings which influence part understanding and people's. In this river, transceivers at increase as always be crossed for also crossing in mutual expresses and transmits the objective of question carries to research is two ideas. Questions studies are filming effort difficult from cross-linguistic studies seem like based on understand date splitting this um, because it conflicts always with practice has the proof to enforce constant opening their pressures precautions this distance and their over importance of the plot. In the end, the study of those opera's convert is to deepens our understanding of the river as interest.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's
okay,
probably
okay. Thank you, thank you.
So, do we have any question from the floor?
Hello, what's the purpose of your research subject?
Okay. Purpose of the research, this study almost to dive into how vivo as expressing design and art captures and convert human image. The study's overall course is to learn more about the interesting class in motors and intel part. Meanings, sit, vivo, transmits wish, interest, things like crafting, design, interpretations, and sit difficult. Thank you.
I have one question. Okay, since I am from the science background and I don't really get your study, can you summarize what is packaging of human expression is?
Uh, Human expressions. The complex with of communications and more visual communications and design as levers for individuals' expressions is the subject of the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I was a little bit late, so I could not listen about the first presentation. So the second presentation is a study to analyze China's tourism industry and its culture effects on local communities. And the presenter name is Lei Xuan. Please. What do you know that you have 5 minutes only for presentation and then 2 minutes for questions.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Lei Shuyan. My title of the study is a study to analyze China's tourism industry and its cultural effects on local communities. Considering the potential social, cultural, economic, and ecological impacts of constructing a tourist attraction. Some reasons may be opposite to the notion. The local communities' openness to visitors might be affected in both good and bad ways. The impact of tourism on host communities throughout the world has been studied by several researchers in the area, but no one has yet examined contemporary China. Various studies on the topic of commemorative groups in China has been conducted. They have mostly focused on remote regions and have only included a small percentage of the total population. In the goal of this study to provide some perspectives on the good and bad effects tourism has had on Chinese society. By doing so, this study will assist readers who are interested in the evolution and development of contemporary China. This study uses the example of cross-border tourist operation in Shenzhen to demonstrate the social, cultural, economic, environmental impacts of tourism on a host community. In the final part, researchers in the China region who are investigating interactions between travelers and their hosts may find a conceptual model that applies to tourist science. And the keywords tourism industry, cultural effects, local communities, Chinese society. Statement of the problem. What are the situational, logic, and structural characteristics of civilized tourism? Objective of study. Focusing on how tourism affects cultural practices, social networks, and economic situations. This research aims to analyze the effect of China's tourist sector on local communities, finding a middle ground between rapid tourist development and the protection of cultural artifacts is the overarching goal of this research, which also intends to weigh the pros and cons of the industry. Conceptual framework, research methodology, research design, a quantitative technique was chosen by the researcher because of the restricted resources and the short amount of time available. Through the use of random sampling processes, our respondent was contacted for the survey. Following this, a sample size of 340 was determined using raw sort. Data and measurement. A questionnaire survey was used as the main source of.
Excuse me, your time is over, please.
Yes, okay. Result factor analysis.
Go to the conclusion. Go to the conclusion,
Okay.
please.
Result
开口录成最后一页。
cultural monetization and the effects on local social order are some of the problems highlighted by the research as consequences of China's tourist industry, which has both positive and negative effects on the country's economy and society. To to strike a balance between the positive effects of tourism and the protection of cultural assets. Effective policies are essential, improving stakeholder participation and introducing sustainable tourism practices are two suggestions for balancing the economic growth with the preservation of local customers. And so on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there a question from the audience, please?
Why did you choose this topic?
Thank you for your question. First, regarding the development of tourism, researchers pay more attention to the impact on a country, a scenic spot, or cultural relics, and there are not many studies on the impact on communities. Second, what impact does tourism development have on communities? How are these effects different? This is what this study wants to understand. Finally, how to balance the relationship between tourism development and community ecology is the main reason for studying this article. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The rest of the question will be after the session when it will be over. So the third paper here is analyzing the impact of national varieties on the business approaches of global corporations in China. This paper will be presented by Chen Zhao. The author is not present.
Hello everyone, I'm very glad to be here to give my speech. And my topic is analyzing the impact of national varieties on the business approaches of global corporations in China. And there are 8 parts. The first one is abstract. Since the late 1980s, when China opened its economy and invited foreign direct investment, there has been a significant shift in the way that multinational firms are seen in China. When more multinational corporations like Motorola, Philips, and NEC arrived in the 1980s, they were welcomed with open arms. The corporate tax rates that are paid were half of what the local firms were required to pay, and they did not have to pay any customers on the capital items that are imported. In January, they were held in high regard by both the government and the general public. As China and its people continued to gain a deeper knowledge of multinational corporations well into the 1990s, the foreign enterprises continued to be objectives of wonder and adoration. At that time, Chinese consumers demonstrated a predilection for the goods and services offered by multinational corporations that were particularly unappealing. MNC initiatives are now subjected to a far higher level of scrutiny to see whether or not align with the national interests. In addition, multinational corporations are increasingly receiving local treatment. In support of this isolation is the impending equalization of the cooperation tax rates between domestic and international business, which is scheduled to take effect at the beginning of January 1, 2008. It is increasingly the case that multinational corporations are subjected to the same standards, if not harsher standards, than their local counterparts in areas such as employment standards and environment standards. They are also discovering that those standards are beginning implemented in a somewhat more stringent manner. And this is the statement. This is the statement of the problem. There are two problems: how do cultural difference across religions in China influence the marketing strategies and the product offering of global corporations. The number two is how do these corporations adopt their approaches to relevant with local consumer preferences. This is the subjective of my study. The purpose of this study is to better understand how cultural norms, consumer behaviors, and regulatory frameworks vary throughout China's many religions and nationalities, and how these varieties impact corporations. And this is the conceptual framework. And about research methodology, there are four methodologies. The first one is sampling, the second is data and measurement, the third is statistical software, and the fourth is statistical tools. And from these methodologies, I get some results. I have two tables. From this study, we can see that the result is significant. The value of F is 1019.954, which reaches significant with a p-value of 0. This means the H1, there is a significant relationship between global corporations in China and the national varieties on the business approaches is accepted, and the non-hypothesis is rejected. And this is the discussion. Several areas of international business research have benefited from this study. To begin with, it is one of the first to look at how MNCs react to novel local behaviors that cannot be explained by the parent companies' established behavior scripts. Second, this publication data in fact to bridge the gap between previous research that focused on.
Please jump to the conclusion.
Okay. This is my conclusion. Considering the way distinct the national types of affect the business strategy of natural business in China highlights how important it is for companies to comprehend and incorporate religion and local culture distinguished into their plans. How multinational firms perform in the Chinese market is greatly influenced by national variety variations according to this research. So according to the most important result, adoptive business strategies that are also highly concluded with Chinese customers and expectations have best chance of succeeding in the country. The successfully locally the goods and service customers marketing strategies appeal to Chinese customers, and navigating cultural sensitive regulatory frameworks are common strategies for corporations looking to gain a competitive edge and expand their market share in China. Thank you for my topic.
Thank you for your presentation. May I know, how do you take samples from the whole China?
I find some companies and then give speech and from the interview, I get some data information.
You mean you go the whole China? You go to every province of China and every county of China, and then you take samples or what?
Yeah,
So how many samples did you get?
maybe 100. Yeah.
So this is your PhD work.
Yeah.
Okay, so my comment is that your sample is not enough. I think that you should go back to your supervisors and discuss.
Okay, I will continue.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now we go to the next presenter, which is Cheng Xiao, right? An investigation into local and overcoming the obstacles that prevent the entrepreneurs from making use of management accounting information is the subject of this research, all right?
I'm great to be here with you today. I'm Zhang Xiao, coming from China. The subject of my research is an investigation into locating and overcoming the obstacles that prevent entrepreneurs from making use of management accounting information. My presentation is divided into the following sections: abstract, theoretical review, research objective, research question, methodology, results and discussion, and the conclusion. I want to begin with my with abstract. This discussion analysis how business owners utilize MAI to manage. The first part discusses MAI's benefits, drawbacks, and the issues for small firms. The second, business life cycle series will be used to study MA system adoption by firm closely. Thirdly, because small business owners outsource accounting service quality, the literature study covers models, gaps, and the implementation. The research series adopted in this paper are signaling theory, clock theory of profitability, and contingency theory, aiming to provide theoretical base and support for the research content of this paper. Through this research, I want to achieve the following 5 goals. The first one, to identify why management uses accounting data in management accounting information. The second one, to find out what type of information would be used for managerial accounting. The third one, to evaluate the management accounting and its application to organizational planning, control, and decision making. The fourth one, to explore the specific tool of entrepreneurship by which entrepreneurs use various management tools to succeed in their business. The fifth one, to determine how to overcome the challenges and the obstacles as an entrepreneur. Research question. Corresponding to the 5 research objectives are the following 5 research questions. In order to obtain data for the purpose of putting our series to the test, researchers conducted an online poll. In this part, researchers will provide information on the sample or responses, as well as development of the questionnaire, the survey instruction, and the analysis of the results. Following these steps, the Following these steps when researching. Preliminary research activities. Sample frame recruitment. Questionnaire development. And substantive data assessment. Data collection. Analysis. The primary reasons in favor of management accounting being useful for startups are those that have to do with the development of the firm and the reporting requirements of external partners. Founders might benefit from M&A as they face the organizational problems that come with expanding their business. The information divided between a company and its external partners might be bridged with the help of.
Please jump to the conclusion.
Okay, thank you. Business strategy and accounting are the primary features of management accounting in startups. Growth, financial figures, and subjective judgment of performance were the most prevalent outcome studies considered as a whole. Our finding hinted to the need of measuring startup-specific performance as a unique testament to resource attention. That's all. Thank you.
My question is, where does this study, where did you do the study?
Sorry, pardon.
Where, can someone translate? Where did you do the study?
哦
在哪里做的这个研究？在哪里？
in China.
China.
Yes.
But why I saw that's word Germany there? Germany inside your slide.
还有德国的那是
Germany.
德国的。
Never mind. Go back and check. Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Excuse me. May I have a question? I mean, you want to investigate the local in overcoming the obstacles. I mean, what are the obstacles you have identified?
Objective. 那个 obstacle. All right. The first one is difficult in collecting information. The second, lack of a sound management accounting system. The third, lack of professional management accounting personnel. Yes.
Can I advise or request or you can say suggestions? When you should make a tree structure by explaining the obstacles. I mean, what type of data you will collect, as we told now. So you can have a flow diagram on that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Any question? Single question.
我们解释不提了。OK 了。
No question. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next paper is
What?
a study to analyze the ramifications of computing for culture and industry and the influence of computing on classroom instruction. One Yatom.
说除了中国，川好像德国也是这种办法。经常说那个种族之间的这个对比，它的差异是在哪里？
Hello everyone, my name is Wang Yetong. The title of my report is a study of analyze the ramification of computing for culture and industry and the influence of computing on classroom instruction. First, abstracts. Computer technology plays a vital role in modern society. Computer technology has had a significant impact on culture, industry, and classroom teaching, changed the mode of cultural transmission and consumption, promote the innovation of products and service, and promote innovation of teaching mode. This study explores the influence of computing technology on culture and industry, as well as its impact on classroom teaching. Second, statement of the problem. Number one, how do computer affect culture? Number two, what is the impact of computer on the learning process? Number three, what is the role of computer in the classroom? Important and benefits. Number four, what is the impact of the digital technology on learning and teaching? Third, objective of study. Based on the finding, policy recommendation and implementation strategy are proposed for the cultural, industry, and educational sectors to promote the positive application and of technology while addressing possible challenges and problems. Research methodology. Number one, literature review. Number two, design and distribute questionnaire. Number three, in-depth interviews. Number four, field observation and detailed case studies. Number four, using data analysis technique and computational models. Last one, comparative studies. Result and discussion. Study how computer technology promotes the innovation of teaching model, such as the application of virtual laboratory and augmented reality technology in classroom teaching. Discuss the impact of computer technology on study, engagement, academic achievement, and the role of the teacher. Conclusion. Study the influence and transformation of computer technology in culture, industry, and classroom. Analyze how computer change the mode of cultural transmission and consumption. How to promote the innovation of products and service. How to promote the innovation of teaching mode. The research also put forward key issues that need to be paid attention and shown in the future research and the practice and provides theoretical and practical guidance for technology application and social development. Thank you.
I have one question. What is the social impact of your study? What is the benefit for the social?
社会影响，看
such as consumption, transmission, literature, and so on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now I would like to call for the next presenter, Chen Nanan, which will present a study to analyze modeling large-scale cross-effect in purchase incidents, comparing artificial neural networking cadence.
Hello everyone, my name is Chen Nanan. I'm honored to be here to share the findings of my thesis on purchasing systems modeling large-scale cross-effect analysis. Firstly, I will introduce my background. In today's complex markets, consumer behavior is influenced by diverse factors, particularly across effects between products. These cross effects play a significant role in purchase decisions and vary across market conditions. Advanced in analytics such as artificial neural networks allow for deeper understanding and provide valuable guidance for marketing strategies. The research seeks to address the following questions. One is how to cross effects between different products influence consumer purchasing decisions. How do these cross effects manifest and vary in stress under different market conditions? What is the effect model to predict and explain the impact of these cross effects on purchasing behavior? My research objectives follows. First, we will investigate how different products influence each other in consumer decisions, and develop models to predict and explain this influence. Lastly, we will offer data-backed insights to optimize marketing strategy and improve business decision making. Our conceptual framework is consumer behavior theory, cross-effect modeling, and market segmentation theory. Our methodology is data collection. We will service with 735 participants and 850 complete questionnaires. And we will use multivariate regression and artificial neural networks to do this research. Lastly, we will create and test models to ensure reliability and accuracy using statistical tools like sparse. Here's our results. Large-scale cross-effect in purchase and incidents. The purchasing habits of a consumer might have far-reaching repercussions for item cross-effect in purchase incidents. Our conclusion is as follows. Consumer habits significantly influence related products. AS and MVP both effectively model cross effects, but they serve different purpose. Future research directions is two. One is develop hybrid models combine AS and MVP. The second is explore advanced computational tools to handle large-scale data efficiently. And so, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is there any question on the audience, please? One or two? Yes, please.
What's your methodology?
We will use data collections and statistical analysis. Data collections, we will utilize the surveys and the questionnaires to gather data on consumer purchasing behavior and performance. We also employ the statistical techniques such as artificial neural and multi-weight regression analysis to identify and quantify the cross effects between different products.
Okay, thank you.
And the next paper is a research investigation aimed at comprehending the influence of visual context on customers' first perception of an organization's visual identity system. The presenter name, there are two names, Hey Yuel and Ajmera Mohan Singh. Who is present?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm He Yuhai. The title of my paper is The Research Investigator aimed at comprehending the influence, measure, and contents on customers' first perception of an organization visual identity systems. I will elaborate from the following seven aspects. 1. Abstract. The objective of this research is to investigate the visual environment and the influence that it has on the first perception that customers have a visual identity systems being used by a corporation. This study is to investigate ways in which logo, color scheme, and design consistency influence that impression of the customers in order to get a deeper comprehension of the ways in which these elements contribute to the visual identity of an organization and the efficiency with which it operates. The primary inquiry of this research is to determine how the perception and emotional response of customers, which are influenced by a variety of visual systems, have an effect on the overall image of the brand. This study makes use of a combination of visual analysis and feedback from consumers in order to ensure that visual identity systems are optimized for increased brand perception and engagement capability. 2. Statement of the problem. How does visual context influence customers' initial perceptions of an organization visual identity systems? 3. Objective of study. An investigation of how consumer from first impression of the visual identity system of a company to visual environment in which they find themselves was the major purpose of the study. This research aimed to gain knowledge of how consumers build an initial impression of the company brand based on the many visual companies and circumstances in which them was presented. The study purpose was to gain this insight. The goal of the study was to gain insight into how visual systems for identification may be fine-tuned to boost the perceptions and engagement of the customers. This was accomplished by analyzing these aspects. 4. Conceptual framework. The influence of visual context to customers for the perception of an organization visual identity systems. 5. Result story. Sampling. Research participants fill out the questionnaires to provide information for the research. The researcher set out 750 questionnaires. A final sample size of 695 was obtained. Data and measurement. Primary data for the research study was collected through a questionnaire survey. Secondary data was collected from multiple sources, primarily internet resources. Statistical software, MS Excel and SPS 25 were used for statistical analysis. Statistical tools. Descriptive analysis was applied to understand the basic nature of the data. Volume data was tested through factor analysis.
Please go to the conclusion.
Yeah. Conclusion. To recap, the findings of this research indicate that the visual environment that surrounds a form has a significant impact on the first perception that customers have of the visual identity system that the company employs. Organizations may choose to boost their visual identity strategy by identifying and utilizing the power of visual context to better satisfy the demand of customers and improve the overall image of the brand. For us to have a better understanding of how to design visual identity systems that are effective in today's market, which is always evolving and diverse, research in this area must be maintained. Simple.
Yes, one question from the floor.
Why do we include this research?
The study's purpose was to gain this insight. The goal of the study was to give insight into how visual systems for identification may be fine-tuned to boost the perception and engagement of the customers. This was accomplished by analyzing these aspects.
Thank you very much. Next paper is a study to understand the problems with efficiency in the stages of animation production. Chang Yun.
Good afternoon, Professor. My name is Jiang Minjun, and I'm graphic artist and design student from Lincoln University. And the topic of my speech is a study to understand the problems with efficiency in the stage of animation production. There are seven main aspects to this topic. The first, abstract. Due to the interesting nature of the animation business, all phases of production, from pre to post-production, need to be carefully coordinated with one another. Efficiency with these phases are the focus of this research, which seeks to identify and analyze the relevant result. The research suggests ways to improve the production process by fixing this inefficiency. The findings of this study has important implications for the animation industry, as well as for teachers and students interested in the competitive animation curriculum. A statement of the problem. What are the primary inefficiencies that cause the different phases of animation production? My object study, finding and understanding the major obstacles that reduce inefficiency across the several phases of animation creation is the main goal of this study. My research methodology. One, research design. The objective of concluding research is to identify stickers, significant connection between the variable by guessing numeric data on those variables and inputting it into the models. Another, the questionnaire had a preliminary test with 20 Chinese customers and a final thing of 649 customers was used to be conduct the study. In my animation process, first brief, lack of the proper planning and communication during the proper production phases is a common cause of indecencies. Next now is a communication process core is a bit hard, include great design, background processing, and animation. Last, post-animation process. Because of the time constants, work may be too complex, which lowers the animation's quality and undoes all of the hard work that went into it. Last, the final conclusion. I know better project manage, better team communication, and use the more efficient tools and technology are all part of the solution to those problems. Thank you. This is my end of my speech. Thank you very much.
Any question from the friend? Yes.
I have a
please.
question.
Yes.
Zhang Chunqun, please talk about the solution to the inefficiency of animation.
I think better project management, better team communication, and technology. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I know what is the benefit of your study to the community?
你这个研究的益处，对于交流的益处。
For the animation introduction about teachers and studies interested in the complications of the animation correction. No? Thank you.
Next presenter is, I would like to welcome Tang Jin Song, Healthy Interiors Environment with the Implementation of Sustainable Interior Design Practice. Healthy Interior Environment.
Hello everyone. Healthy internal environments with the implementation of sustainable internal design practice. The abstract. Customers are looking to integrate sustainability ideas into their internal design project, driven by the growing awareness of the need for ecologically responsible construction and internal design in society, reducing energy usage, pollution and waste, as well as using building materials and practice with the minor environmental effects are all of the environment are all part of because they treat the materials and products to be used and how people may engage with their surroundings in the environmentally inclusion manner architect and interior designers play a crucial part in attaining sustainability in internal design. The study's overarching goal is to learn everything they can about the significance of sustainability in internal design and then investigate the several ways that sustainability may be incorporated into internal space planning. To research negative impacts on the environment, the study indicates that sustainable design is an essential incumbent of internal agriculture. The statement of the problem have 4 points. 1. The risk of industry and technology has caused lasting harmful problems for the environment. 2. The steady and problems growth have left our limits resources in an unsustainable problem. 3. Internal designers mostly focus on fishing and luxury internal space. 4. Ignorant the negative impact of design on customer health and pollution levels. 5. The focus on creating a sustainable and healthy building space is an important issue for us. Object of study have 2 points. Find out how different eco-friendly internal design methods and materials affect IAQ, a content healthy and the environment.
Please go to the conclusion.
Conclusion of 4.1. When it comes to internal agriculture, the culture act or designer is an essential component in the process of attaining sustainability. It is entirely up to the discretion of the designer to choose the appropriate materials and efficiently for very component of the internal design to develop an ecologically sustainable internal designer needed to take into the consideration the influence that the materials they want to use in the internal had on the environment. They should also promote use of the materials that have recycled content. 3. A healthy lifestyle may be achieved by avoiding chemicals such as those found in paints and textiles, and by incorporating elements like paints, sunshine, and natural ventilation. 4. By choosing goods that are low in energy consumption and weight consumption, internal designers can impact the energy effectiveness and water consumption of buildings that are continually in use. Thank you.
Is there a question, please? Yeah, please.
State of the problem. Have 4 points. 1. The risk of industry and the technology has caused lasting harmful problems for the environment. 2. The study population growth. 3. Internal design most focus on efficient and luxury internal space. 4. The negative impact of design on customer health and pollution levels.
Thank you.
The next topic is sustainability and aesthetics in interior and exterior design, studies for creating eco-friendly and visually appealing environments. Wow.
Good afternoon, professors, teachers, and classmates. I'm Zhong Shenbiao. I'm honored to join the International Academic Conference. My thesis topic is sustainability and aesthetics in interior and exterior design. Challenges for creating eco-friendly and visually appealing environments. Next, I will make my speech. This is my content. 1. Abstract. Study objective. The objective of this study is to examine the ways in which sustainability and aesthetics may be incorporated into both exterior and interior design. Sustainable design challenges the design industry face the challenge of creating visual appealing places when minimizing the adverse effects on the environment. Challenges and costs. The acquisition of environmentally favorable materials can be challenging, and there are perceived costs associated with sustainable design. 2. Introduction. The rise of eco-conscious design. The dual approach. The design industry has started to embrace a dual approach, acknowledging that sustainability and beauty are not incompatible with one another, but rather complementary forces. The new paradigm design places emphasis on the significance of considering the long-term environmental effect of the materials, energy consumption, and overall design decisions that are used. The challenging designers are being pushed to innovate and discover inventive solutions that combine beauty with eco-consciousness to ensure that venues are not only aesthetically beautiful but also positive for the planet. 3. Background. In this part includes global difficulties, interior design balance, external design attentions, especially external design attention, landscaping methods that promote biodiversity, use of environmentally friendly construction materials, and the development of green areas that serve both aesthetic and environmental rules. 4. The purpose of the research in this part includes compare environmental friendliness with visual appeal, illuminate the process, play a little part in the evolution. 5. Literature review. In this part include the create design concept, biophilic design, renewable resource. 6. Methodology. In this section includes space analysis, questionnaire survey, descriptive analysis, quantitative techniques. 7. Discussion. The importance of material selection, design decisions that contribute to sustainability without sacrificing comfort and aesthetical quality are made possible by this data-driven approach. The role of life cycle assessment using quantitative approach
Please
is
go to the conclusion.
okay. Conclusion. Merging sustainability and aesthetics, creating ecologically conscious, aesthetically pleasing settings has been the merging of sustainability with aesthetics in both indoor and outdoor architecture. Sustainable design as an investment. Sustainable design is an investment worth making because of the long-term advantage it provides, such as lesser environmental impact, better occupant well-being, and fewer operating expense. Designing for the future, design environment that are both environmentally conscious and aesthetically pleasing help to create place that people want to spend time in for years to come, and they also show that the designers was thinking about the future when they created them. Sustainability and aesthetics with the industry ongoing evolution, interior and exterior design is more influenced by sustainability and aesthetics, opening up new options for environmentally conscious and aesthetically pleasing places, innovation opportunities. Numerous tracks for innovation exist used to the encouraging societal demand for environmentally aware design and the advancement in sustainable technology and materials. Thanks.
Thank you. So for the question, I hope that those who have questions can continue during tea time later. So now I would like to call, thank you. So now I would like to call Wan Yan Ping, which to present a study to analyze settler colonialism and the environment in the New Deal's public artwork and private lands wall paintings over the Great Plains. Is this about history? About history?
About history? No. About public lands, wall paintings. Yeah.
Please proceed.
Yeah, public artworks. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello, Professor. I'm Ivy. My topic is a study to analyze settler colonialism and the environment in the New Deal's public artworks and private lands wall paintings over the Great Plains. Abstract. Through the utilization of diverse methodologies, encompassing spatial analysis, statistical scrutiny of historical documents, and a substantive examination of representation of art. We seek to elucidate the intricate relationship among visual arts, settler accounts, and environmental changes during this pivotal era in history. Statement of the problem. In what ways are able to quantitative methods be utilized to depend analysis of settler colonialism and its environmental implications as reflected in the public artworks, along with private property wall paintings of the New Deal across the planets. This is my conceptual framework. Then, this is my research design, sampling, my result, my discussion. Then, it's important the part conclusion.
I think you still have something that shows the result.
Yes. My result. Result through factor analysis and hypothesis testing, it was found that there is a significant relationship between the colonization of settlers and the neural environment. Then, conclusion. This research highlights the need to develop representation of the Great Plains. 1. 2. Private and public artworks upscale the rich environmental knowledge and connections between indigenous peoples and their land. 3. Artworks from the New Deal presented environmental recovery as a product of technological assistance and government sponsored initiatives, while neglecting indigenous ecological systems that emphasize sustainability and reciprocal relationship with the environment. That's all. Thank you for listening. Then thank you. Thank you.
One question, maximum.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Can you tell me what's your objective of study?
Objective of study. Maybe I have found their direction. They are connecting between the New Deal's public artworks and settler colonialism and the environment and the private lands wall paintings. Their relationship. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next paper is a study to studying the impact of coaching on school leaders, leadership, professional development, and sense of agency in China. Kiao Shulong.
Okay, good afternoon, dear professors and my friends. My topic is investigating the influence of coaching in interventions on leadership skills, self-efficacy, and sense of agency, a study about school leaders in China. What I will cover during this presentation is 1. Introduction, 2. Research problem, research objective, literature review, methodology, findings, and the result conclusion. Introduction, background information. Focus professional development in educational leadership through coaching. Scope, studies from the UK, China, Qatar, Singapore, and so on. Context of the research area, leadership and coaching. Importance of the topic, educational impact, leadership, challenge, global relevance. Problem statement focus on examine the impact of professional coaching on leadership development. Scope assessing the specific manifest and the collective effect of the coaching and mentoring on emerging and established leaders. Research problem clear definition. How does professional coaching influence the development of emerging leaders and contribute to the overall process of leadership development within organizations? Significance, leadership growth, skill acquisition, organizational impact, professional development. And research objectives, impact of professional coaching on emerging leaders, roles of coaching in leadership development, impact of mentoring and coaching on management, significance of coaching in professional development, overview, literature review, overview of existing research, coaching interventions in Chinese education, key studies related to topic, and gaps in the existing literature. Methodology, philosophical foundations, and research design, mixed methods approach, data collections into two phases. Phase one, survey. Phase two, semi-structured interview. And data analysis, coding and semantic analysis, adjustment and iteration, theoretical framework, validation. And findings and results. Demographics, roles, leaders to coach, experience, types of coaching, theoretical familiarity, and findings. Coaching viewed positively overall, significant impact on, reflection on leadership, feeling more powerful as leaders, understanding colleges, confidence in leadership, professional identity, areas with less impact, leadership activities, ethical leadership, chairperson, overall impacts, enhanced confidence in leadership abilities, improved understanding of organizational culture, mixed responses on leadership actions and ethical transparency. Implications. Recommend a broader adoption of coaching in educational leadership. Future research suggests a future explanation of coaching among educational administrators. Conclusion. Coaching enriches leadership efficacy and organizational culture in educational settings, presents opportunities for enhancing professional development and the students' outcomes. Thanks. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. Why do you need to do research among school leaders? Are they not a good leaders?
No. I just want to use my studies to improve the scores, the leaders' efficiencies, and some skills. All of my friends, some of my friends are the leaders in our school. So I want to study I want to use this study result to improve our leadership and efficiency. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. The next paper is Sustainable Green Practices in Healthcare and Management by Susi Amin. Hello.
Chairman is not around.
Really?
He is here, but I think we went to the toilet. Can we skip to the
Yeah. So next presentation is study to find out design for sustainable manufacturing, integrated eco-friendly materials and production techniques in the industrial product design. YZ.
Professor. My name is Wei Xi. My topic is I study to find out design for sustainable manufacturing, integrating eco-friendly materials and production techniques in industrial product design. I'll provide my presentation into 6 parts. Abstract, industrial product design that incorporates eco-friendly materials and modern production procedures is the primary emphasis of this research, which delves into the ideas and practices of sustainable manufacturing. The goal is to find the assist design techniques that make manufacturing process more efficient and less harmful to the environment. This study seeks to answer the question, how can innovative materials and methods be integrated into product design in industrial context to minimize environmental impact, increase resource efficiency, and support long-term sustainability goals? By examining this question from many angles. Statement of the problem. 1. How can designers effectively evaluate and select eco-friendly materials for industrial product design? 2. What criteria should guide material choices to ensure both functionality and sustainability? 3. How can we balance efficiency with environmental impact in production techniques? Objective study. The research team behind this project helps to find out how to make industrial product designs that use environmentally friendly materials and production methods more sustainable in the long run. Research and assess potential eco-friendly materials for use in manufacturing product design. Make concrete suggestions on how to integrate environmentally conscious materials and manufacturing methods into the design phase. Based on the study results, provide practical suggestions for manufacturers and industrial designers on how to incorporate sustainable practices into the manufacturing and design processes. Framework. Design sustainable manufacturing to integrating eco-friendly materials and production techniques. Research methodology. Sampling using the RASOFT program. Researchers determined that there were 623 people in the research population. The researchers got 557 back, and they excluded 32 due to incompetentness. So the researchers ended up with a sample size of 525. Data and management. Statistical and software SPSS 25 was used for statistical analysis. Result and the discussion. There are sufficient relationships between integrating eco-friendly materials and design sustainable manufacturing. Sustainable production cannot exist without eco-friendly materials, which include components that are either biodegradable, recyclable, or obtained from sustainable sources. Manufacturers may bring their goods and manufacturing processes in line with larger sustainability objectives by choosing and using these materials properly, which enhances their environmental performance. Design for sustainable manufacturing has come a long way, but there are still many.
Can you go to the conclusion?
Okay. Conclusion. As a result of advancements in manufacturing methods and materials, there are opportunities to reduce the negative effects on the environment. Nevertheless, there are also challenges that need to be taken into consideration, such as issues over the cost and performance of the product. To accomplish sustainability goals in industrial product design, it is necessary to have a technique of design that is all-encompassing, as well as methods of implementation that are critical, and this method must be supported by continual research and innovation. That is the end of my speech.
Okay, thank you. But I have one doubt. What kind of industrial product design that you want to do research? What kind of industrial product that you choose in your research? Because this is general.
Integrate environment conscious materials and manufacturing method into a design phase.
What product is that? Is that food? Is that a car? Or what? What product? Is that a food?
No.
Or what? What is that?
Table.
Table.
And table.
Okay.
Fortune.
Furniture.
Yes.
So that in your study, not only in this paper, not only in this, but in future you should mention furniture, because PhD you should be more specific, right? Okay.
Issue have taken actually, as ma'am told, the production system of different product or material would be separate. Next presentation is a study to so sustainable green practice in healthcare and management. Yeah. Shujami.
Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Yamin. I want to talk topic the knowledge management for developing nursing performance in hospital. Sorry, this title not connect my abstract. In background, the nurse article, nursing make up the majority of hospital staff and work closely with patients, making their competence crucial for the quality care. Leadership impact, nursing play the key role in transforming knowledge and information, influencing the work and environment and nursing environment. Team approach, some hospitals use the team nursing care model to boost organizational performance, but issue and arise with task degradation. This current challenge in nursing performance below the start for performance and is Java performance and the rule visiting issue. Research methodology based research for the Scopus, PubMed, ScienceDirect, and then keywordnya knowledge management, SEC model, and quality. The criteria PICOS framework and analyze systematic and selected article. Article selection process, initial research, and then screening, abstract the screening, remove the thing, and then for the next review for the article, and finally selection for the article include and systematic. Okay, define leadership style, authentic leadership, positive correlation with empowerment, job stratified, and nursing performance framework meditate the relation between authentic leadership and job stratified performance. Transformational leadership, positive influence, employer performance, and organizing commitment through behavior interaction. Knowledge management strategies, a positive impact, medicine role, and public and private. Nursing leadership for the organizing, facilitator, and information for the provider. Factor effectivity for nursing performance, organizing factor, leadership and working environment policy, individual factor, skill, motivation, person and character, job factor, task, and economy resources. Gap research, role division, reward for the system, learning and culture. Implication for the practice, leadership development, focus on developing authentic and transformational knowledge for sharing system, impact robust knowledge management system, empowerment strategy and performance evaluation. Future the research, long-term impact, control longitudinal study to assess to long and effect of knowledge management. Culture factor, employer to culture different influence the effectivities of knowledge management strategy in developed nursing hospital setting. Technology for integration investigates the role of emergency technology is facilitating knowledge management and improving nursing performance. The conclusion, knowledge management can be effectively integrated to afford the improved nursing performance in hospital. Key factor influencing performance include organizing, individual, and job-related effect. Future research could focus on developing the hospital team model based on knowledge management using theoretical approaches like complement and productive theory, address change factor, and complement. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Suchi Amin, for the presentation. I have no question. What about the floor? Do you have any question? No question. Thank you. So now I would like to call upon for the next presenter, a study to understand the advantage of the 3D visualization by Zhao Jinhai.
Good afternoon, Professor. My name is Zhou Qinghai. I'm honored to participate in this international academic conference. My thesis topic is a study to understand the advanced stage of scientific visualization software. My content is divided into 6 parts: abstract, introduction, purpose of study, research methodology, discussion, and the last conclusion. Part 1, abstract. Research purpose. The purpose of this quantitative research to examine the usefulness of scientific visualization software in the classroom to introduce students in technical and artistic disciplines. 2. Measurement of performance. Pre- and post-intervention exam, engagement survey, or feedback forms were used to measure performance. 3. Academic performance enhancement. Students' academic performance was significantly enhanced by the use of scientific visualization software. Part 2, introduction. Scientific software in education. There has been a lot of buzzing about how scientific visualization software may revolutionize the way technical and artistic disciplines are taught in the classrooms. Digital technologies in education. In a time when digital technical rights are quickly changing many parts of education, it is critical to know how to use this development to make learning better. Part 3, purpose of study. Research objective. The research aims to explore the effectiveness of scientific visualization software in teaching art and technology courses by promoting immersive learning experience, enhancing students' understanding, participation, and performance of knowledge. Improve learning outcomes. Researchers are committed to understanding how scientific visualization software affects students' knowledge acquisition, engagement, and overall learning outcomes through learning experience. Part 4, research methodology. Data and measurement. A questionnaire severely served as the main data collector for the study. It was designed to measure students' academic performance, engagement levels, and perceptions of the usefulness of scientific visualization software. Statistical tool. Descriptive analysis was used to grasp and fundamental collector of the data. The researcher applied ANOVA for the analysis of the data, compare difference in performance between groups and of students. Part 5, discussion. Advantage of scientific software application. The research result demonstrates the enormous advantage of scientific visualization software in technical and artistic subjects, where students not only have a better understanding of complex concepts, but also examine higher level.
Please go to the conclusion.
Okay. The last conclusion. Scientific software is widely used. Researchers believe that scientific visualization software has great potential in both technology and art courses, which can improve students' spatial thinking and conceptual clarity. The role of scientific software. By facilitating experiments and effectiveness, visualizing complex concepts, Standardization software can encourage students to participate and be creative at a higher level. Thanks.
Thank you very much. We are going to the next paper. Thank you. A study of the variables that affect the result of entrepreneurship education for individual students and teams. Van Quingling.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. My topic is a study of the variables that affect the results of entrepreneurship education for individual students and teams. This is my content. The first one, introduction. Explore the various terms used to characterize entrepreneurialism within educational institutions, emphasizing practical applications and contrasting definitions. Discuss the concept of value creation as a unifying goal for diverse individuals, highlighting entrepreneurial traits such as innovation, risk-taking, and problem-solving. Encourage students to draw parallels between different education approaches and disputes, fostering critical thinking and adaptability in transitioning to broader educational fields. Background of the study lies the significant economic contributions of university spin-offs, emphasizing the potential for local economic growth and technological advancement. Examine the prevalence of entrepreneurship education programs in universities worldwide, highlighting the need for transparency regarding their outcomes and effectiveness. Investigate the theoretical foundations of entrepreneurship in education, exploring the role of universities in fostering entrepreneurial mindset and skills. Problem statement. Explore the potential influence of locational preference on student entrepreneurial intentions, considering factors such as program selection and individual motivations. Discuss the challenges of comparing students with varying levels of interpersonal abilities and ambitions, emphasizing the need for alternative research methodologies. Explain the use of instructive variables to address potential bias in research. Theoretical framework, like sociological theories focusing on social contexts, including online communities, life cycle physics, and population economy. Discuss the culture in interpretational paradigm, emphasizing the importance of cultural factors in shaping entrepreneurial mindset and actions, and research design. Outline the sampling methodology and the data collection process, ensuring a representative sample of 1,528 students from China. Describe the data technologies, including descriptive analysis, validation, and reliability testing. Research questions and the scope. Clearly state the research questions focusing on the effects of entrepreneurship education, its impact on students, and the role of theories in teaching and learning. Define the scope of the research, including geographical imitations, participant selection, and the focus on entrepreneurship education.
Please go to the conclusion.
Okay, for individual students and teams. Okay, thank you. Yes. Acknowledge the limitations of the study, including the need for larger sample sizes and potential basis in quantitative research methodologies. Propose values for future research to address these limitations and expand the scope of investigation. Thank you.
No question.
No question.
No. Okay, good.
If you have question, then you can discuss with the presenter after this. Okay, now I would like to call the last presenter, Mr. Yu Junwei, which will present an investigation of the relationship between collaborative management and the overall effectiveness of primary schools in Malaysia. All right.
Good afternoon, Professor. I'm Yi Chun-wei, PhD candidate from Indian University College. My presentation topic is an investigation of the relationship between collaborative management and the overall effectiveness of primary schools in Malaysia. This study investigates the influence of collaborative management practices on the effectiveness of primary schools in Malaysia by examining a wide range of indicators such as academic performance, teacher satisfaction, and students' outcomes. The research highlights how leadership, community involvement, and teacher cooperation can improve educational quality. While global studies highlight the benefits of collaborative leadership, its specific impact on Malaysian schools remains and explored the lack of in-depth studies on how these management techniques influence key performance indicators such as academic performance, teacher contentment, and student outcomes. This sees the need for this investigation. Investigate if schools in Malaysia using collaborative management practices show better education outcomes and a more harmonious school climate provide in this for improving primary school effectiveness and guiding policies. Imagine the conceptual framework for this study explores the relationship between collaborative management practices and school effectiveness in many schools. It focuses on how inclusive decision-making should also and stakeholder involvement can impact various indicators of school success, including academic performance, teacher satisfaction, and student outcomes. This is key variables and hypothesis. I use quantitative research option and sampling method that was collected using a structured questionnaire. Several that include two sections. That analysis was conducted using SPS 25. This is my result. Table 1 and table 2 key facts and love flaws. Collaborative management and school performance. The results of the study show that schools that adopt collaborative management practices, such as short decision-making, team-based leadership, and stakeholder participation, tend to experience better outcomes in terms of academic achievement, teacher satisfaction, and student outcomes. This study demonstrates that collaborative management significantly enhances the overall performance of the primary schools in Malaysia. Schools that leadership and stakeholder participation show notable improvements in academic performance, teacher satisfaction, and school climate. This is the future implications. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
I have one question. Okay, why do you want to study about schools in Malaysia? Is there any problem on schools in Malaysia?
你为什么要研究马来西亚的学校？是马来西亚学校有什么问题吗？
I am educated in China.
Yes, and then why do you want to study about children, about primary schools in Malaysia?
你为什么要研究马来西亚的小学？你说你来自中国，你为什么要研究马来西亚的小学？
I like Malaysia.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the last presenter.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. For the last presenter, I would like to call Ratna Dewi, which she will present self-management education model based on family support on quality of life in patients with diabetes mellitus.
Okay, thank you. Attention. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Radha Devi. I'm to present about self-management education model based on family support and quality of life in patients with diabetes mellitus. Okay. Okay, the international International Diabetes Federal Atlas at 2021, there were 37 million, and this number is expected to continue to increase to around 643 million people in 2030. Then in 2045, it's estimate. Okay, in World Health Organization, estimate that in 2030, Indonesia will have 21.3 million people suffering from type 2 diabetes mellitus. Okay, in West Sumatra, health case in diabetes mellitus were 1.3%, which increase in 2021, approaching in national prevalence rate of 1.5%, where West Sumatra was ranked 21 out 34 province in Indonesia. Diabetes self-management education is a key component of diabetes mellitus. Self-management is the ability of individual, namely people with diabetes mellitus, to deal with their health problem. But in terms of symptom, physical and psychosocial change that are consequence of change in health lifestyle. Okay, in material and method search strategy, I look in PubMed, BOIG, Google Scholar, ScienceDirect. I put keyword self-management education and family support and quality of life diabetes mellitus. In study selection was conducted based on Prisma guidelines. Data extractionnya, weighting, author name, title, year of publication, measuring instrument, variable, intervention, result, and theoretical framework. I have two inclusion and exclusion criteria. Okay, the inclusion criteria for journal article use the PICOT framework, where the population is patient with diabetes mellitus and intervention give is self-management education based on family support. Article or select from last 5 years, 2020 until 25. The exclusion article without full text, without abstract article that do not discuss self-management education, quality life and family support in patient with diabetes mellitus and study conduct in language other than English. Result characteristic study in they include article were published in 2020 until 2025 from the select database, all come from China, Africa, England, Hong Kong, and Iran. The total respondent of the review rank from 25 to 40 respondent. Include criteria patient diagnosis with type 2 diabetes mellitus. Type 2 diabetes patient with complication at 35 until 7 year. Exclusion criteria type 1 diabetes respondent area from the researcher patient with serious complication who are not suitable for interview, patient who can remember activity in the previous 1 week. This is my Prisma research identification with database. I put PubMed, SenderRec, Google Scholar, the ORG. I record and remove if duplicate. So I have after duplicate study screen then study in
Please go to the conclusion. Conclusion.
In conclusion. Oh, okay. The conclusion, the article that have been analyzed found that self-management education on family support is effective in improving the quality of life in patients with diabetes mellitus. This is my reference. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I have one comment, but not just for you, for everybody. I think next time, please avoid in presenting the review paper during conference, because you need to present your work. Okay, you need to present your work, even if it is just a little. That's fine. Just present your work, not other people's work. All right. So it's better for you to present, not to present these types of review paper. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, another point, as Mamas pointed out correctly, another issue is I didn't find the data, presentation of data, some data is required, and the analysis of that through graph, through tables, charts, or something like that. I mean, you may not give the raw data, that's fine, but the product of those data, I mean, in terms of chart, graphs, so the visualize issue can be, I mean, you can address, I mean, more powerfully, more effectively. So simply the text part, it doesn't, I mean, looks nice. So for good research output, I mean, when you are going to present anywhere, it should be like that. Even for journal paper, you need to present the raw data also. But in conference, we do not expect, we do not do this. But I mean, through the tables, graphs, charts, etc., etc. And to summarize this session, list of papers, yes. To summarize this session, because the presentation part is over, one additional paper came. Here, actually, 17 papers were there, and one more came. All the issues are really very important. It may not be of my subject, may not be of our subject, but for the society is really very important. But most of the cases, what I've seen that, I mean, your thinking process, you could not connect with the society. For example, I mean, not emphasizing, but for example, I'm taking a study of national China's tourism. This tourism paper was really, for me, it was, I mean, excellent. I mean, nowadays, I mean, the ecotourism part is also coming. I mean, I do not know whether this author is here or not. In that case also, I mean, how it can be covered, and whole China she has covered as she told. But in that case also, you have to do some cluster, because whenever you are considering the culture, then even in China also the culture should be subdivided. As a whole, there would be some, but in local, I mean, culture will be somewhere. And this paper, I mean, the title what was given is a study to analyze China's tourism industry and its cultural effect and local communities. It's really very important, as I said. Now, all the papers are important. I have taken that example. So the connection is very much. You can find a lot of standard models also. I mean, if you go through, because nowadays Google knows everything. So if you can search, you will get a lot of models. And it is not like that whenever you are doing some research, you have to do your model on your own. No. Nowadays, we are applying others' model also. Some modification may be there because I'm an Indian. So whenever, this paper, once again, the tourism paper, if I do work in India or some part of India, then I will Indianize the conception. But the parameters may be same. The local culture, local community, because the local community depends on this tourism. And in remote village, nowadays the people like to visit remote village area, and the village area are poor people. So they uh, they are getting some scope to earn something. So that's why it is really very connected with the society. So all the papers is like that, but it's not possible to explain all the papers. That's why. Thank you very much to all the authors. Please proceed ahead. Definitely will do. Thank you. You want to express something?
I from C to 谢生气，谢生气。
One more.
新空洞。
Ma'am told one has been added. Sorry.
Maybe tomorrow. Oh, is there only one person? Okay. Is there only one person?
Tomorrow.
Today, but from other they said that they said only one, but there are two.
Sorry.
No, we are sorry. Because I don't know, that's why I was closing, wrapping up.
Good afternoon, Professor, everyone. My name is Xin Hongduo. I come from China. I am honored to participate in this international academic conference. The topic I'm talking about today is the use of differential reduction of the generalized geometric function to ferment darkness on variable x. What I will reporting the following are okay. After first part, in I start the case of a single variables. Start to where range of the application is based in physics, mathematics, engineer and other first. And the different reduction motion seen in the figure bit or the figure not sure.
Those part I start in order to find more, especially in brand. The fourth, I starting way can be better understand interaction and measurements between particles from purified soil support for theoretical physics and practical application. The study will also explore the application for the space of the different reduction molecules. The second part, I interested in statement of the problem. The one is the properties and the challenges and generalized hypergeometry function in the unified situations. The construction and properties of flame diagrams. Fluid motions and the state of different reduction. The four is feasibility and the expression of application. The five connection and comparison with other theories. The third part is process of study. Process one is deeply understand generalized hypergeometry function. Two is the explore the differential reduction modules of generalized hypergeometry function on feminine diagrams. The conceptual framework showing the figures.
Can you go to the discussion? Go to the discussion.
Concludes. I am present to GDT. This article enforcing gates the differential reduction process for the evaluation family diagrams using generalized hypergeometry function. The work was provide some important bits to dotting function study. Also, I studied family, the single cycle family, single cycle family diagrams using in the other fields. Okay, I put end here. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations on your presentation. Sorry, but because you are not able to present for a very long time, just 5 minutes. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much for attending this session.
Thank you.
Okay, so hope to see you guys again next year.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
See you.
Yes. Off.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Again. Alright. Thank you. One more. Thank you. Lepas sikit. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Lagi. 3. 3. Ya, bro, please. Go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Again. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be in touch. Yeah, one by one.
Because it's 5 already.
They're all equal student running. These students equal. They come from China. No, yes. Oh, they want to. Not from China. I think they come from China, but our students. Oh. Sir, can I help you any?
It's okay.
Huh?
I
Okay, huh?
okay. It's okay.